Hey guys, Grace here, and today I wanted to start off a new series I'm going to be calling Sunday Sitdowns, where I'm going to be taking a hot or popular topic in Dead by Daylight and just sharing my opinions on it. And these are going to be coming out every Sunday. And today I wanted to talk about Houndmaster. Houndmaster recently releasing on November 28th, this last Thursday, and my experience with them in the last few days. There's been a lot of polarizing discussions about the killer, claims that they are buggy, that they are unfinished, and other people blatantly defending them and saying that the killer is perfectly fine in their state and that it's a skill issue, more or less. So I wanted to jump into it a little bit, give my thoughts and my opinions, and go from there. So, starting off, for those of you who don't know, the Houndmaster is the most recent killer in Dead by Daylight as of November of 2024, and they came with a very mixed review. Um, Even in the PTB, they were showing a lot of signs of jank and bugginess, with the dog being able to pass through survivors, with search just feeling very clunky, and with the chase power being called chase, um, also feeling a little janky. Um, I've put a reasonable amount of time. I've played, I'd say, probably at least a good 15 hours of them, um, since release, not since the PTV, since the release, just to be able to get a better opinion of them. Uh, I do think this killer, once it is polished, will be a very fun and very rewarding killer to get good with, to improve with, because I do think the skill expression is there. Knowing when to use chase, when to use search, and just being able to use them to their maximum potential is going to be a very rewarding experience for those who put in the time. The problem is that in its current state, that's just not really feasible. The killer feels almost half baked, in my personal opinion, with me basically having to laugh off a lot of the bugs when they happen, and they happen a lot. Uh, Snug the dog, for Houndmaster, will get stuck on random tiles and won't be able to move. Um, the chase, like UI tooltip that shows you the path that they should be following, it's not always accurate. Um, and it will sometimes say that Snug will go around a obstacle that they won't actually, and they'll get stuck there. And it can just lead to some very frustrating issues with the killer. I do think that there is some merit to people who enjoy them because, like I said, they are very fun, and I do plan on keeping an eye on this killer and playing them as time goes on. The problem with the killer in their current state, though, is you can't. And I know I'm repeating myself there, but you can't feasibly say I'm going to get good with this killer right now because of the bugs. Because once these bugs are all fixed, you are going to be have been teaching yourself bad habits to get around the bugs. So sure, you can get like a rudimentary basis of how the killer is going to be, but after the hot fixes that fix the bugginess and the jank, they're going to feel different. Um, so I don't think investing a ton of time into them is worth it unless you want to. As always, you are, I assume, an adult or a more mature teenager, hopefully, playing this game. You can make your own decisions. I can't tell you what to do, obviously. But I will say, for those of you who are on the fence about getting this killer, I would wait, honestly. Shattered Compass, as far as the perks go, Shattered Compass is a very, very good perk. Um, it might be one of the best killer perks they've put out in a while, in my opinion, as far as what it does for you. Like, as far as the meta goes, it contributes to the meta a great deal, with how strong leverage Gift of Pain is. It just makes that better. Um, on top of that, All Shaking Thunder is a very fun perk as well. All Shaking Thunder basically giving you a coup de grace whenever you fall off a high ledge. It's kind of like reversed balanced landing, and it's very, very fun. It does stack with coup as well, or coup de grace. Um, and it's very fun. I really enjoy it, especially on Dracula, because Wolf with Coup and All Shaking Thunder, you get an absurd lunge range on top of the haste lunge boost. And I don't remember what your third perk does. But the killer, I think, just I wish that they would have played with them a bit more and got them a bit more tuned and like solidified before releasing them, because as it currently stands, the killer, it it feels like it's half finished, like they rushed it out. Um, I would have rather have waited a couple more weeks and gotten them like middle of December and seen them come out very, very well polished without all this like jank and bugginess that makes it so frustrating to play as. Another thing with the community is the Houndmaster mains, quote unquote mains, the fans. We're not going to call them mains yet. It's been 4 days. Um, they've already developed this nasty habit of, for lack of a better word, dick riding the killer. um, and saying that they're perfect and there's nothing wrong with them, and they don't get these bugs, so they can't be that bad. Which isn't a good mentality to have, especially when someone tries to bring up these issues so they can get fixed and get taken care of, and your default reaction is to go no. That doesn't contribute to the conversation, for one. Um, just blatantly denying that there are any problems does not help fix the issue. It makes the problem worse. Case in point, Trickster. Uh, Trickster got reworked over a year ago now. Um, and due to a large part of people basically going nuh and blatantly denying the actual facts of Trickster, which Trickster mains have been providing with us for over a year now. Um, and we're only looking at a potential rework for Trickster in the future. Unknown. This isn't confirmed. This was a while ago. A Reddit post went out from the developers talking about them looking at kind of reverting the Trickster rework. But it took them over a year to do that. And that was by and large due to miscommunication from the community as a whole and misconceptions provided by the community as a whole outside of the Trickster mains. The bottom line on what I wanted to talk about today basically was Houndmaster. I think very fun killer. Basically, to wrap up, they're a very fun killer. I'm very interested to see how they perform once all these bugs are fixed. And I'm curious what all of you guys think of this. Do you think Houndmaster is fine in the current state they are? If so, why? If you're going to defend the killer, you need to provide examples and proof and evidence to back up your opinion, because there's a lot of people disagreeing you with the facts to back it up. You can't just say nuh and leave it at that. On top of that, what do you think of this series? Tell me what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. I am going to be setting up a stream schedule. But in general, if you want to catch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Forecting and Grace. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.